In the turbulent landscape of the 19th century, as industrial smoke billowed over burgeoning cities and empires shifted across continents, a new kind of power was being forged. It wasn't through conquest by armies, but by visionaries who mastered markets, innovated industries, and built legacies designed to outlive them. These were not just successful entrepreneurs, they were architects of enduring wealth, laying down foundations for dynasties that would span centuries, influencing politics, finance, and culture. What was their secret? How did they transform humble beginnings into multi-generational might? This is the story of their playbook. Consider the fleeting nature of most fortunes. Many rise rapidly, only to dissipate within a generation or two. Yet, a select few families cracked the code to intergenerational success, establishing systems that allowed their influence to not just survive but thrive for over 200 years. Their stories offer a unique blueprint for building an empire designed for the long haul. We will delve into the strategies of 5 such legendary families, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, DuPonts, Vanderbilts, and Carnegies, to uncover the timeless principles behind their astonishing longevity and lasting impact. Our journey begins in 1839, in Richford, New York, with the birth of John D. Rockefeller. From modest origins, his early life in Cleveland, Ohio, instilled a profound sense of frugality and order. As a young bookkeeper, he meticulously tracked every penny, recognizing the power of precise calculation. The burgeoning oil fields of Pennsylvania captivated his attention, but while others rushed to drill, Rockefeller saw the chaos and inefficiency. He envisioned control, standardization, and a systemized approach to the wildcat industry. His motivation was not just profit, but imposing order where there was none. By 1870, John D. Rockefeller founded Standard Oil. His genius lay not in drilling, but in refining and logistics. He bought out competitors, securing control over pipelines, railcar networks, and eventually, the entire distribution chain. This ruthless horizontal integration, combined with masterful vertical integration into every aspect of oil production, allowed Standard Oil to achieve unprecedented economies of scale. He drove costs down to astonishing lows, making kerosene affordable for millions. He created a trust, an innovative legal structure, to consolidate his vast holdings, effectively monopolizing an entire industry. Across the Atlantic, another dynasty was already taking root. Mayer Amschel Rothschild, born in 1744 in the Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt, Germany, started as a coin dealer and antique trader. From a small shop, he learned the intricate dance of finance, developing an acute understanding of currency, credit, and cross-border trade. He quickly recognized the critical role of information and trust in a fragmented European financial landscape. His early success came from supplying rare coins to German princes, building relationships that would become the cornerstone of his future empire. Mayer Amschel's truly groundbreaking strategy was to dispatch his 5 sons to key financial centers across Europe: London, Paris, Vienna, Naples, and, of course, Frankfurt. This created an unprecedented international banking network, allowing them to move capital, intelligence, and influence across borders with unmatched speed. During the Napoleonic Wars, this network proved invaluable, facilitating funds for various governments. Their rapid communication system, often using carrier pigeons, gave them an edge in financial markets, anticipating political shifts and market opportunities well before rivals. Family unity and intermarriage solidified their control. In 1800, Éliothere Irénée DuPont, a young French chemist, arrived in America, fleeing the chaos of the French Revolution. Trained by the renowned Antoine Lavoisier, he observed the dismal quality of American gunpowder. Recognizing a critical need for a stable, high-quality explosive for a young, expanding nation, he set out to fill that void. With his scientific expertise and a keen entrepreneurial spirit, he founded E.I. DuPont de Nemours and Company in 1802 along the Brandywine River in Delaware. His meticulous approach to chemistry ensured a superior product. The DuPont family empire wasn't built on a single product. Over the centuries, they constantly adapted, embracing scientific research and diversification.
From gunpowder, they transitioned into dynamite, then celluloid, and eventually, a vast array of chemicals, including nylon, Teflon, and Kevlar.
Their deep commitment to scientific innovation, often through dedicated research and development, allowed them to pivot successfully across multiple industrial revolutions. They understood that the future belonged to those who could invent it, maintaining family leadership and a strong scientific culture as their guiding principles. Cornelius Vanderbilt, born in 1794 on Staten Island, New York, started his career as a ferryman, transporting goods and people across New York Harbor. He was a self-made man, known for his relentless ambition and uncompromising will.
The Commodore, as he became known, understood that controlling transport infrastructure was controlling commerce itself.
He systematically undercut rivals, reinvested profits into newer, faster steamboats, and built an unrivaled shipping empire. His early years were a masterclass in aggressive competition and relentless expansion. As the mid-19th century brought new opportunities, Vanderbilt shrewdly observed the shift from water to rail. In a bold pivot, he sold most of his shipping assets and invested heavily in railroads, foreseeing their transformative power. He acquired control of key lines, most famously the New York Central Railroad, and through cutthroat tactics, consolidated a vast network that linked New York City to Chicago. He was infamous for his hostile takeovers and willingness to shut down rival lines, demonstrating a fierce determination to dominate and rationalize the burgeoning rail industry. Andrew Carnegie's story began in 1835, in Dunfermline, Scotland. His family immigrated to America in 1848, settling in Allegheny, Pennsylvania, seeking opportunity. Starting as a bobbin boy in a textile mill at 13, then a telegraph messenger, Carnegie was driven by an insatiable desire to learn and advance. He quickly moved into the railroad industry, where he observed the critical need for better materials and efficient operations. It was here that he first encountered the potential of iron and later, steel, seeing beyond the existing limitations.
Carnegie's true vision emerged with steel.
After learning about the Bessemer process, which drastically reduced the cost of steel production, he invested heavily. His strategy was total vertical integration, owning iron mines, coal fields, coke ovens, and railroads. This allowed Carnegie Steel to control every aspect of its production, ensuring quality and driving down costs to levels no competitor could match. He preached efficiency and constant innovation, turning steel from a luxury material into the backbone of modern infrastructure, fueling America's rapid industrialization. As we reflect on these 5 incredible dynasties, common threads begin to emerge in their playbook. Firstly, each founder possessed a distinct, almost prophetic vision for the future. Rockefeller saw order in oil, Rothschild saw a unified European financial market, DuPont envisioned a scientific industrial base, Vanderbilt foresaw the consolidation of transport, and Carnegie championed the age of steel. They didn't just react to market demands, they shaped them, anticipating shifts and positioning themselves at the forefront of nascent industries. This wasn't merely ambition, it was a profound understanding of future needs.
Secondly, these families mastered the art of ruthless efficiency and achieving unprecedented scale.
Rockefeller's Standard Oil, Carnegie Steel, and Vanderbilt's railroads exemplified vertical and horizontal integration, eliminating middlemen and controlling entire supply chains.
They relentlessly drove down costs, outmaneuvering smaller rivals through sheer economic might.
This wasn't always popular, often attracting accusations of monopoly, but it was undeniably effective in dominating markets and consolidating power. Their relentless pursuit of optimization was foundational to their lasting success. Thirdly, their long-term survival hinged on remarkable adaptability. The DuPont's evolution from gunpowder to chemistry, Vanderbilt's pivot from shipping to railroads, and the Rothschilds' ability to navigate shifting geopolitical landscapes demonstrate a crucial lesson: empires must evolve or perish. They weren't afraid to divest old assets and embrace new technologies or markets. Diversification, often into related but distinct fields, provided resilience against market downturns or technological obsolescence, ensuring that a setback in one area didn't collapse the entire enterprise. Fourthly, the strength of their internal and external networks was paramount.
The Rothschilds' multinational family banking system is the quintessential example, but Rockefeller's and DuPont's also relied on strong family governance and strategic alliances. They cultivated loyalty, trust, and a shared vision within their ranks, often through carefully managed succession planning.
External networks, from political connections to key suppliers, were leveraged to secure advantages and navigate regulatory landscapes, further cementing their market dominance. Finally, perhaps the most understated strategy was their profound long-term vision. These families understood that true empire building is not about short-term gains but about patient, consistent reinvestment and strategic planning across generations. They were willing to endure lean times, make unpopular decisions, and invest in infrastructure or research that would only pay off decades later. This generational outlook fostered an environment of stability, allowing them to build enduring institutions rather than fleeting ventures. Legacy was always paramount. While their initial rise was often marked by fierce competition and wealth accumulation, many of these families later embraced extensive philanthropy, shaping their public image and ensuring a positive legacy. Andrew Carnegie, after selling Carnegie Steel, dedicated his later years to giving away nearly 90% of his fortune, establishing libraries, universities, and peace foundations. John D. Rockefeller funded medical research and education on an unprecedented scale. This philanthropic impulse, whether born of genuine altruism or a desire to soften their hard-edged reputations, profoundly impacted society and cemented their place in history. So, what does the Old Money Dynasty Playbook truly entail? It's a complex blend of visionary leadership, relentless efficiency, strategic adaptability, robust networking, and an unwavering long-term perspective. These families built more than businesses, they built institutions, designed for resilience and growth through changing eras. Their stories are a testament to the power of human ingenuity, ambition, and the meticulous application of principles that transcend individual industries or technologies. The lessons learned from their ascent remain surprisingly relevant in today's fast-paced world. From the oil fields of Pennsylvania to the banking houses of Europe, from the chemical labs of Delaware to the sprawling railroads of America, these families redefined what was possible. Their names are etched into the very fabric of modern society, not just as symbols of immense wealth, but as architects of the industrial age and pioneers of enduring corporate strategy. The empires they built continue, in various forms, to influence our world, offering a powerful testament to the enduring principles of vision, innovation, and strategic foresight that can truly build wealth that lasts for centuries.